going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36. Let's do a mic check. Make sure everybody in the comments, like, can y'all hear me? Because we went like, what was it? Wednesday show? We went like 5 minutes. Or was it Monday? Everybody's like, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. So get a quick mic check. Also, I think I'm gonna switch how we do it on Twitter. You know how we cut doing Facebook, even though Facebook's paying now, which is weird. Yeah, but I still like YouTube better. Yeah. Twitter, you can't comment, but people were watching it and were just like, yo, I guess everybody gotta come up with something for the savers. Like, was it savor the stupid? Or let's bring in like people like that, the comment apparently. It's well, no, I'm saying they were watching it when they were watching it live. One of the guys screenshot like when I was saying it, and they like just put the caption right there. I was just like, oh shit, I said that. Then I saw the reels. Goddamn, boy, I love the comments, but they're saying they can hear us. Or everybody's doing a good morning. Their greetings, which I appreciate. Well, while we're going to that, this is Big Games BS brought to you by fuck it. It's Big Games BS, part of the Media Group, brought to you by alphamilljacks.com. Alphamilljacks.com, go to website. I'm glad to hear people are saying that they are like, I was over there yesterday. I was getting my levels checked. And they were like, yeah, man, we had somebody inbox. They're coming in today. They said they heard about it from Big Game. And I'm like, all right, cool. People actually listening. Especially this week, since there's been a lot of hormonal changes that are going on, and a lot of people are all over the place with their decisions and what they're making. That just probably means you have elevated estrogen levels and low testosterone. Got a lot of brain fog. Not saying, women's bodies are made to handle estrogen better than men's bodies are. So I can't really speak to if a woman wants to have doesn't want to have elevated estrogen. Probably need to have a good amount of that. That's what gives you your things that makes us like you. Now, that's what helps Fitzgerald, who we're going to talk about today. Shout out to, I believe it was you. It's because of you and the members of Den Media Group that have made the FSU have one of the best kickers in the nation. Not my opinion, statistically speaking, and by those of the voters. But on that note, we appreciate all of you guys. Make sure you go check out alphamilljacks.com, regardless of the way the game goes this weekend. You need to go to alphamilljacks.com. Let's go get you a free blood. Well, the blood work your insurance should pay for it, but a free blood panel evaluation with Christina. We can see if you have some sicknesses. It's a lot of good things that they give to you that you could just call the doctor. Men, it's and women. I don't give a damn what you believe. I don't give a damn what YouTube service you subscribe to. I like Joe Rogan. I think Joe Rogan's really good, but I love the episode when Joe Rogan was like just got completely schooled on COVID. Like, like even he like was doing said, no, I don't believe that to be true. He said, the guy was like, no, that's true. Well, let's look it up. And then the guy read that everything that Joe had just said was bullshit. And Joe still was just like, well, where are they really getting their numbers from? And blah, blah, blah. So again, regardless of what you believe, you could believe in becoming a vegan. You can do the watermelon diet. You can do all this other shit. I think you should probably get a little bit of modern medicine in your life too, just in case. Just in case the herbs and the juices and berries don't work. And alphamilljacks.com is a good place to do it. Inside the world's greatest cigar lounge, Goodfellas. If you're in Jacksonville, my the little skinny boys that did our block party. Shout out to Jeff Bell becoming a den mate again. Anthony Johnson, definitely shout out to veterans. Is today the actual day? Or is Monday? Like today the 11th? No, I thought the Veterans Day is the 11th. This is the day we celebrate it, right? I'm sitting here asking that when I could just my handy dandy Google. We're in 2023. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Veterans Day is tomorrow, but like today is the public holiday, so Kids are out of school. My Killer's daycare is not out of school, and I was on the Spaces last night. Shout out to Drew. Drew just gifted 20 memberships. Damn. All right. Quick, those who got gifted memberships, you better go to the members only page right now. Scroll down a few, and you get to go do the college football pick'em and the NFL pick'em. So just letting you know that that's a $50 giveaway. One person won both. Yeah. Fort, well, he just comes in, he works. My guy works. He's a trucker. My guy Fort Worth, no, I won't give out his real identity, but I know him. He donated $50 to Trey's DC trip. My son is raising money to go to Washington, DC. Oh, damn. Let me send this to you, Miles. So we'll play this eventually in this. I just thought about it. His mom sent it to me, but she should have sent it to you so you can put it up here. But Trey is probably one of the greatest fundraisers out here. And the reason why I say that is my guy put up a popcorn fundraiser and said his goal was $500, raise $1,000 in less than 24 hours. And then people were just like, nah, I don't want no more popcorn. What if I just gave him money? And one person is like, you know what? Let me know when he's done because I would love to. I just sent you a text, Mom. They were like, I'd love to just give him some spending money. Oh man. Text. Oh shit, I should have said it to you. But we'll get that and he'll give his we'll play his thing. But if anybody, Trey's got a couple other things. He's got his football trip in December with his Pop Warner team, and they're trying to raise, I think we're trying to raise like a couple thousand more for that. But his trip to DC, which is in March, is 1,900. He's basically raised over half of his money because popcorn, you sell 1,000, they give you 50% of it. But then in other monies, he's gotten his $1,000 almost, but he needs like I think like 900 more. I don't know if that's for, it might be for a guy. They asked me to be a chaperone. I'm not being a chaperone on the snitch trip. And I don't want to be, my idea of fun is not to be surrounded by a bunch of 10, 11-year-olds. Like, because they'll be all going to sixth grade at that point. But that's my idea of hell. So like I don't want any part of that. Him and his mom are gonna go on that trip. God bless her and may God have mercy on her soul. Zoe, I did not go off in the spaces last night. Um, I don't know what happened in the spaces last night. We had a good time though. It was nose uncut. It went all over the place. Went to got very adult. Um, we are really adult, like real, like it's just cool. It's fun to have adult conversations with the opposite sex and other people, and then not get into that think piece Twitter shit. Like, it was, I know some of the people there. I've got a chance to meet them. They're at my tailgates over the years. Very, very solid people. One guy, a Kane fan, Bob, Dollar Bob or something like that. But he went to Florida High. He went to school with my sister. He says, from Tallahassee, this is a mental illness. Anybody from Tallahassee that is a Hurricanes fan or a Florida Gators fan is a mental illness. Like, how the fuck can you be in the damn city and not be a fan of the school? Just like if you're not a fan of FAMU, and unless you went to Bethune-Cookman, unless you went to that school, it makes absolutely no sense. But we were talking about that. And if you really want to know, we're going to talk about Miami game here, but a couple Miami fans came in there, and I just had some serious questions. I had some very serious questions, and I still have questions. I believe we still have some memberships to be able to give away too. I think because it says it's 20 isn't all the way up. But shout out to Andrew again for gifting the 20 memberships. Please make sure you go like this video, subscribe to the channel. Oh, I think you got to be subscribed to the channel at least to get that. So some of you guys who haven't been automatically gifted a membership, just means your ass hasn't you haven't subscribed to the channel. You should do that. It's very easy. Don't even know why you're here if you haven't subscribed to the channel, but I appreciate you. All right. Talked about Goodfellas, talked about my guys partying. Um, oh, yeah. Tailgate, lot 19. Anybody who knows the guy who I admittedly clowned him at first until I found out the story. Phenomenal story. I love it. He keeps his brother's memory alive. Big Hurricane fan. He's welcome. I talked to my guy OG Ed Clark, who played for the Florida State back in the late 80s. He talked to he's from Miami, talked to some of his friends who are Canes. So we're gonna have some old school Canes. So a lot of you Miami Hurricane fans who claim you're Miami Hurricane fans but don't know shit about the 80s, we're going to let you live your I'm going to give you a history lesson. But you got to come to lot 19. You'll see these guys hang out. Still tickets available. The price. They can't hear it. Oh, all right. My bad. Oh, I think TJ tried to email you. Okay, gotcha. Oh, price of a brick went up on the tailgate. It was $50, $70 now. Be honest with you, it's still all you can eat. It's still all you can drink. We'll have two types of ribs. We'll have chicken. We'll have hot dogs. We'll have burgers. We'll have jambalaya, macaroni and cheese, baked beans, a whole bunch of other fucking fixings. Probably if we run out of shit, we'll probably be able to go get it because it's in Tallahassee, well, within reason. Oh, ice. I got to make sure I get ice. We will have chaser, I believe. There's a lot of good stuff going on. So like just cheese cooked. I gotta go get the food from cheese, which is probably better. It's gonna be on time. So like we know I'll at least get the food there on time. Cheese just has this cheese is allergic to being on time to places. I don't know what the deal is, don't know why he does those things. But yeah, that's cheese being cheese, man. But lot 19, please go check it out. It is literally the pinned tweet on at Big Game James _36. So what's Damien talking about? I can't even.
Thanks for the film breakdown, James. They help explain what I don't see and look at things from a dope perspective.
Yeah. I'm gonna get into that because I learned a lot from this opponent, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm not doing North Alabama breakdowns. I'll go ahead and start previewing. What I'm gonna do instead is if North Carolina loses this weekend, Louisville will be our opponent in the ACC championship. So after this weekend, if Louisville wins, if North Carolina loses, then I'm going to start breaking down the opponent for the ACC championship. That shit is boring, man. Like, I'm not breaking down a D2 school. And I don't mean this in a bad way, disrespect for them, but the Miami stuff, I almost lost my mind. Like, they are the best, worst team I've ever seen in my life. I kind of understand why Miami fans are crazy. Your coach is crazy. Everybody is crazy. Your spaces are crazy. You're hypocrites. You're all over the place. You don't know what you want to do. You want to be these badass motherfuckers, but then you also want to be like, yeah, we have to be humble. If you beat us this year, we're not that good anymore. Yeah, to beat us with one of our worst teams with a bunch of 3-stars. Now, bitch, you've been recruiting your ass off. One dude told me they're gonna bring in they got a bunch of surprise recruits gonna sign this year. I said, well, goddamn, how many people are you gonna take? You already got 25 committed. And he's like, well, we're gonna take 30. I said, let me just, and again, this is like when people think I went off, I'm not going off. I don't go off. I'm actually most of the time very calm and cool and deliberate. But what happens is when truth hits people, it smacks them in the face and it stings. And a lot of people can't handle it. I'm like, bro, y'all brought in over 40 people last year between recruits and transfers. That's for the 2023 season. You're going to bring in another 30 just freshmen. That means in 2 years, you're bringing in 70 players. There's only 85 scholarships. Do you understand how that sounds? And you expect to win? That's not even including that they got to bring in transfers this year because they got to bring in a transfer quarterback. They're all mad at me because I said Dud Anderson stinks. He stinks. That's the quarterback. He's out there, and they just like him because he's recruiting hard for Miami. And I'm like, bro, I don't give a damn how hard they recruit for Florida State. It don't change the fact that you're just not any good. A 1.15 to 1 touchdown to interception ratio is literally Tyler Van Dyke Jr. That being said, if you like him, personally, I love him for you and your coach's stink. I think Mario but I think you got to let Mario give Mario. I told him, they got so mad. I said, guys, y'all are literally saying what Florida State fans were saying under Taggart. Like in the spaces, they're like, Dawson wants to play this quarterback, but Mario won't let him. He'll let him play Tyler Van Dyke. He has to play Tyler Van Dyke, but Dawson likes a scrambling quarterback, which is Curry Brown. I'm like, guys, that's that same bullshit they try to tell us about Kendall Browse with Tag. They said Kendall Browse wanted to play Jordan Travis or Hornibrook, but Tag wouldn't let him. And then when Tag got fired, you know who the fuck Kendall Browse? Like when Tag's fired, you're the offensive coordinator. There's no longer that person to hold that over you anymore. Tag ass played Blackman and didn't play Jordan Travis. And everybody was like, it's really just Tag. Tag just didn't want to play Jordan Travis. No, guys, you got fed a bunch of fucking bullshit. Our beat writers was feeling a bunch of bullshit too, and so are your guys. But let me get to this off sports shit. And I want to present people the art of dirty macking. We saw that with Jeezy yesterday, the other show with Nia Long. I went back and see. Let me tell you guys why Nia, like old women become freaks in their older age because now they got to compete with the young woman. Have you seen her with the fondue, with the chocolate fondue? And she opening up her mouth all seductive and getting that stuff all over her face. Trust me, man, women, y'all know what the fuck y'all doing with us, man. That's why they have those adults films. And we like that shit. It's something about being messy and all that other stuff. But like Nia Fine, you're either gonna have to go create a young dude, like develop the young dude into your old age, or you're gonna have to go find the old simp. Like Jeezy can go. Jeezy was just trying to push your cervix back because you're his high school crush. But this is old dirty macking right here. And this is the problem with America. And I'm gonna be honest with you, American women. And it's not all your fault. It's because there's men like Stephen A. Smith that will make things that literally are nice gestures into something big. And now the other part of it is we have to all stop taking advice from people who are not happily, about marriage advice from people who are not happily married. Unless it's just like about, hey, here are the perils in which I did, and you should avoid these things. But like when it's like this, man, get the fuck out of here. Push play so y'all can understand. And y'all come up with your own opinions and y'all talk about it in the context. I'm Team Dan here, and trust me, I don't like Dan or whatever his name is. I think he was a terrible quarterback, but this is a good husband moment here.
Wifey buying Tiffany her first class ticket to Germany.
I'm not wearing
I'm not wearing khaki. Dan, there's a key to the backstory that I need to know.
I still want the dinner, Stephen A., but because I'm a man of integrity, I felt like the story needs to be shared. So we flew the airline. My wife did fly first class, okay? So the airline is that Lufthansa or whatever airline. So my first experience having this, you book your flight, your ticket. We booked my flight, or my wife, an economy class ticket. It was X amount of dollars. When you get done booking that ticket on this airline, you can then place a bid for an upgrade potential, like one of those almost meter bids. So I placed a bid that was a very small number, nowhere near what the cost of a first class ticket would be. And if your bid gets accepted, you get your upgrade. If not, you don't. Last week when I was on the show, actually, on Monday, the bid got accepted. So yes, she flew in first class.
Well, look at that whole
but
roundabout
just to put in context, it was like a first class ticket was like $12,000. And I think the bid was like $300 or $400.
Not paying $12,000.
Can I say something to the ladies on this show? To Molly and Kimberly.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know, how do you feel about the fact that this man is in studio with y'all, sitting there with a smile on his face, revealing this pathetic approach to taking care and providing the best for his wife? I just want to know, as ladies, how y'all feel about what would you do, Kimberly? What would you do,
Would sit
Molly,
your ass
if
in first
that
class.
was the extent that a man went to in order for you to fly first class with him? I just want to know.
No,
I just want to know.
This is not on my watch. No, this would not be
Thank you.
happening in my household.
Thank you.
Absolutely not.
Thank
What,
you.
the
Thank
end
you.
isn't the end result
No,
the goal?
you just took me around, up the mountain, down the
Germany.
river, all around with that explanation of a story when we could just get, like, let's get some first class tickets and be done with it. Let's
You're
just-
a
or-
disgrace.
Or
let's put a bid on it.
get the end result and then save $10,000 and do something else with it. Like smart people.
Get him.
Dan, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
When the good Lord comes and gets you, and it's your
Yes, sir.
time to go, right? Does that money go with you?
No.
That's got
Thank
nothing to
you.
do
So my
with it.
point is that if there's ever a time to splurge and to step out of pocket and not really worry about the $10,000 you could save and do something else with it a year or 2 years or 3 years later when you'll come up with an inordinate amount of other excuses not to use that $10,000, did it ever occur to you that the moments that you provide to your lovely, wonderful wife and
She's
the
going to
mother of
fucking
her
Germany.
children, did it ever occur to you that that is worth more than $10,000?
Of course.
And I chose to do it differently.
Really? With the evidence that it occurred more.
$10,000 is a ton
It
of
is,
money.
it is, but we're just talking about her. We're just talking about just once. I want to hear you come on this
Hey.
show and just say, "Yeah, man, I splurged on my lady and I was happy about it." That's all. That's all. That's all, Daniel. That's all.
I did the smart thing. Also, Stephen A., I want my dinner.
Hold on.
want
That's
my
what I'm
dinner.
talking about, Dan.
I
Dan,
want
you
my
want
dinner.
fucking
It
dinner.
doesn't
I
matter.
want my
I
dinner,
have
dog.
no choice. I have no choice. Number one, the bet is a bet. Number two, the
I wanna go to Rayo's.
manager of Rails called me because
Okay.
he was watching First Take, and you and your wife will have a lovely dinner scheduled for you in the
Look how
first
you
week
want other
of
people spending
December.
money. Look,
Of
look at him.
December.
Mm-mm.
Of December. It's already been taken care of. First week in December, you and the lovely
All right, let me
wife
put
at
something.
Rayo's.
The problem with all of this is right here. Stephen A. Smith is doing what a lot of us men have been through. He's flexing in front of the hoes for no apparent reason. Like that was uncalled for. You ever have your friend that just does the most?
You get stolen for that.
Yeah, like he's like, it's just like, hey man, you know what? Hey, you know, let's guys, let's go put it in for this bottle right here. You know, you pay half, you put $10 in, I put you ain't got enough money to pay for the whole bottle yourself. Hey, bro, why you talking so loud, B? But my thing is right, this man just planned a very nice visit, a vice vacation. He didn't say he sat in first class. Because what happens is you gotta pay for 2 first class tickets if you're doing that, man. That's $24,000. That is half of the salary of a good salary in the United States of America.
Right.
That is $12,000 more than the median income of most Americans in the United. Like what's crazy is if an athlete said this shit, we'd be all in their shit.
Right.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Pay $12,000, man. Splurge on that shit. I'm shocked he didn't go Spirit. I don't know if Spirit goes to Germany or not, but like it's just, I would do the same thing. $300, bro, is a lot, man. And
$1,000.
$10,000. That man said $10,000 is nothing, and he's right. It is nothing to him, but I'm not counting Dan. I don't know his bills. I don't know what his situation is. This is the thing when he'll say athletes go broke. That's how people go broke. Like that's an actual dumb. That's some dumb shit. But again, you got to watch your circle.
All the charity work y'all be doing, you done wasted $10,000 like that. It negates all of it.
We all have our vices. That
Especially-
know what I'm saying. Dan is a petite male. His wife is petite. I would, if I had it, I would pay for the first class upgrade. I'm a large guy. I don't want to be in them damn regular ass seats. These are petite men. Like I get it. Like if I was smaller, I would be like, you know what, $10,000 just for a little leg room and to get some cheap liquor. It's not worth it. My meal on time a little bit. Get a hot towel. Like nah. But like if I'm that, you know, whatever. And it's not Dan's stick. he's like an everyday white guy.
Right.
But that's terrible stuff. If you're my friend, don't ever do that shit around me. I'm gonna slap the fuck out of you. But another thing, Dan's probably doing this, and he's probably got a wife that's similar to this. Women, stop being like, men don't do this to yourselves. It's just, look, you can go to a menu, you can go to a restaurant, look at the menu, and understand what you can afford to buy and what you can't. Correct?
Yeah.
Whatever restaurant Stephen A. Smith was talking about, apparently Dan can't afford it. That's why he said, that's why he's bet Stephen A. Smith that he says that they're good to go. This is basically the a variation of that. This man, and if I got to do all of this where I can't just look and I'm not, women date men and marry men and expect them to become gay all of a sudden. Ass and titties is what makes the world go around. It's why y'all get BBLs. It's why you get liposuction. It's why you get a lot of shit. It's just like that white man at the Raiders game that was blessed and he had a woman twerking on his head. This man is at a basketball game. He didn't come for all of this. He could not. But he's over here trying to look out for his lady. It's like it's the thing in there. If I got to do all this, I don't want you or something like that. It's right under the Stephen A. Right under the Dirty Mackin one. Like, this is torture. This man, he sees it.
Oh wow!
And he's just like, I want to. Let me look at her. Let me look at her. Nah, man, bro. If she's not looking, she's not the one for you, bro. I'm not telling you to go over there and slap it because that's sexual assault. But what I am saying is I'm going to look. And if that bothers you, the fuck out of here, man. Like, that's between you and your God. Is it really going on Twitter that I cooked the cat? I think we need different definitions of what cooked means. I got my boy Brandon coming in here. Was it that bad? I don't think it was that bad. I think we were just talking. Like, I've cooked people before. I don't think that's cooking. But anyways, other things than this, guys, live your life. Life's too short. I can't wait for the day that I die and my sons have to go through my old stuff. I pray that these are the things that they find. Oh, my bad. Before that, Young Thug, you guys got to start living your tweets and living your raps because the judge is going to start using that shit against y'all. But have you seen Tisha Campbell? I think that's her name. Light-skinned chick from Martin, right? Tisha Campbell?
Yeah. Yes.
Apparently she was going through her daddy shit. Don't worry about the Young Thug one. Go to it. Oh, we'll get that one next. Damn. All right, now it should be it should be one with Tisha Campbell up there going through her daddy shit. Oh, never mind. Damn, I didn't put that up there. God damn it. Damn it. All right. Anyways, then play the other kid. Tisha Campbell's dad, they were going through his stuff. This man got an oxygen mask, and they found like his old DVD case that was full of the good old school porn. Well, it's old school now. It was new school when I was in college, but like he had the booty talks. I think he had gay. No, I can't even say because I'm afraid my son's gonna watch this. A lot of stuff on there that they were embarrassed for him, but that old man ain't embarrassed. That man knew what he was doing. There was some good content in there, and that's back when you imagine. I want to see what his VHS collection looks like. Because imagine with VHS, you can't stop on the good scene. You can't fast forward. You have to actually watch this. And I learned something during COVID. I got bored. I watched all these. I got done with a lot of shows during COVID. I think this is why I don't watch TV as much anymore. I watched so much stuff during COVID that I started breaking down porn film. Sheldon, yes, we do have tailgate tickets. You had to like some of the porn ain't as bad acting as people say, man. Like they're going through a lot of stuff, some of these women. And did the video go? Oh, but they can still hear. All right, we're working on the sound. Dubs, man, I'm telling you, bro. Like, just you have to go with a clear conscience and I guess you can't go with a clear conscience. You have to go with an open mind when you're watching these videos and think about the script and all of that other stuff. And man, you'll realize that, there's some good actresses in there for what they're going through. Sheldon Williams became a Den Insider. Appreciate that. Shout out to that. Cherokee wasn't a good actress. She just had a lot of never mind. I'm not even going. Jada Fire was my favorite though. I really like Jada Fire. She had some great scenes. I don't think I cooked anybody, but anyway. So going to the next thing. You just played this video of the guy. Just play the video of the guy. Again, before I get into sports, it's just my advice here is like my PSA. I'm here for everybody to win. The guys got mad at me for giving women the game with Nia Long when the dude's lying to you. Young men, I'm gonna tell you this straight up again. There's nothing in that phone that you want to see. If y'all see this guy right here on the streets and you're at a fair or something, don't play the game. Slap him. Fuck away from me. No, you're not going through my phone. No, I don't want to see her phone. I trust her, even if I don't. But what I trust is that there ain't nothing in there good for me. And what happens is all the women are the ones who do this. It's never the men. The men are the ones who like, hey, here you go, baby. Look through my phone. And look at how quick she was ready to go through his phone. She just knew. But it's funny because she knew everything. But push play.
Like a year and a month. A year and a month? Yeah. Okay, so look, do y'all trust each other?
Yeah.
Trust her?
Oh, yeah.
Trust him?
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch phone for 60 seconds. That's cool with you?
Yeah.
That's cool with you?
Yeah.
That's his best friend, his mom, his sister, his cousin.
Oh, so you know everybody through the phone?
Yeah.
Basically, okay. All right, so now we finna go through her phone, man. What, you just deal with her hand?
I thought it was only your phone.
Huh?
I thought it was only your phone.
No. Yeah, both of you, like, just making couples to the phone. So both of y'all got to the phone.
Yeah, my phone died. It died. It died.
I see you.
No, it died. It died.
And she turned it
Why are
off,
you
man.
gonna tell me
Yeah,
it
she
died?
turned it off. I seen her turn it off, right? Like, how
So no proof it died. No, I'm not.
Then why you hiding it?
No.
Your phone was just at 100.
I didn't turn it off.
just at 100, right? I swear she just turned it off.
How are you gonna believe him when we're you trust me. You trust me. Why are you gonna believe him?
Just in the park, you didn't have your phone.
No, my phone died.
You have to turn it on.
No,
Try to turn it on.
It died. No,
Try to
it
turn it on.
died.
I don't know, man. He passed the test, but she failed. Yeah.
I passed.
Both of y'all together failed.
Man, everybody has a villain origin story. You know, the saying is every no good woman was turned no good by a no good man. That's a saying. And I'm always like, you do realize there's a lot of dudes that were. I think one of the things that most of us don't realize is that all of us have the exact same story. Like women are like, oh, I got molested by an older dude. I'm like, well, maybe. I'm not saying you didn't. But I also remember in high school, all y'all were going with the drug dealers that were like 25 years old. Like y'all actively, because I'm more mature. But the reality is, I've never had sex with a woman my age. So like, you know, then I'm not talking about younger. So like the thing is that, you know, a lot of these guys who are no good were probably made no good because they did love once. And something bad happened. But it's tough, man. Another thing too, in this economy, Facebook has this story that's up showing unfortunately a woman who went through a divorce, and she posted her bills. And one of the things that I like to tell people is that I think personally, you don't get credit for being able to take care of yourself. You should be able to take care of yourself. Like that should be a requirement. If you're the parent and there's a divorce and you don't make enough money to be able to take care of yourself, you should not be rewarded the children. I think a lot of times in divorce court, people automatically assume that the woman's the better parent. That's not what I'm here for. This woman makes $3,000 a month before taxes. She's got, I guess, I'm assuming a couple kids, but she says her income is $3,000. She gets $400 in child support. Her ex doesn't report all of his income. Not here to say that that's enough. $400 is kind of a very not a lot of money, but let's just put it in perspective. If he makes $4,000 a month after tax, that's 10% of his money. If he makes 3,000, that's like what was that, about 15%. That's just a sizable amount out of your check. I'll get to my actual endpoint with it all the time. It's more than my mama got, also. But she puts rent, $1,200, which is decent. Utilities, $300. Okay. Phone and internet, $125. Childcare is really cheap, but they must be in elementary school. Food, $600, cheap. Car note, $300. That's a jalopy. I definitely know she's gonna be paying money for repairs. Gas, $200. Insurance, $200 a month. Insurance, they take it out of her stuff is $200. $3,325. She has $75 of spending money. Kids need new coats, laundry supply, school snacks, school field trip, car repair, $500. And she's like, Christmas next month. Kids wants to play ball. Cleaning supplies are low. My first thought was, you need to get you a Nate. You're in a bind, baby. Like, or what I always suggest that people get mad at me, because of this economy, and this is how Big Mama and Big Daddy stayed together for all these times, because there was a fiscal thing. And regardless of what you want to believe, we are in a fiscal crunch right now, guys. But that's why Big Mama had the milkman and Big Daddy had a family across town. But like, if he made $4,000 and you make $3,000, you now have $7,000 in your split bill. The money situation isn't as bad. If that man or that woman, because men go through this stuff too, is not physically, emotionally abusing you, if you got kids, man, you better figure that shit out, bro. That's a lot of money. That is one of the things I always tell people. Having struggled, but it was more early on. I love the struggle in college. I think everybody should have to struggle at some point. Everybody should have to struggle at some point. But when you're like an adult, like, I don't know. I think about my mom, like that was a huge struggle, like it had to be a struggle. But like for me, I'm like, dude, life is stressful enough. And a lot of y'all in your relationships are living like roommates anyway. So why not just be a roommate? I know it's your pride and I know it's a lot of other stuff, man. But like, again, now they putting paws on you, get the fuck away from that motherfucker. If they, emotionally, mentally abusing you, get away from them. But if it's just y'all just not having sex, or y'all just not compatible, or just not this, you have to be able, I hate to say it like this, but you have to be able to afford your freedom. Because $75, you are one tragedy away from being on the street, being a streetwalker. Did you ever see the thing where they say OnlyFans, women now know what local rappers go through with their OnlyFans accounts? Like basically it's the mixtape guy. Because some of them are finding out the harsh reality. But anyways, big time weekend coming up. Florida State, Miami. I want to talk about some of these other things. I'll get into that after we get here. But apparently I cooked Miami. I don't really know about that. But here's my thoughts. It's two games. I did two breakdowns. I did the first one, both of them are on the site, was Clemson, North Carolina. And then the second one was Georgia Tech, NC State, UVA. No, my bad. It's Clemson, Texas A&M. It wasn't Clemson, North Carolina. Clemson, Texas A&M. What I found is that Miami is the best, worst team in the nation. Miami puts all of Miami, much like a lot of people, like, again, fatherless generation, high estrogen levels, low testosterone. They put all of their problems on one person. And don't get me wrong, that person is a problem, but he's not the only problem. The only problem that Miami has right now is leadership, is coaching, is the image that they put out, is the brand. It's the false bravado. It's we are the Kane, big bad Canes. It's the fact that nobody fucking fears you. Like, nobody. I mean, nobody. I mean, when I say nobody, I mean nobody. Virginia had you dead to rights. Georgia Tech beat you in 38 seconds. Like, after your false bravado forced you to do something that nobody would do. Louisville's probably gonna, I think you have a chance against Louisville, but Louisville probably will spank you. Boston College is going to probably beat you in Boston with after Thanksgiving. Like, your guys are really going around trying to be something. It's a very undisciplined team. You don't tackle well. You try to make big hits. Your defensive ends do not keep contained. Your DBs don't cover very well. You have one good DB in Cam Kitchens, but he's been dunked on a lot. James Williams is 6'5", 220 pounds, getting out jumped by little white boys. Before you say, James, that's a lie, go watch the Clemson game. You didn't get caught on by the black Clemson receivers. You got caught on by the white one. Not saying white wide receivers can't be good, but I'm just saying that we'll get to that in a little bit. But I'm doing the FSU stuff now. All I'm saying is that everything that you guys say you do well, you don't do well. But you do good enough to be fucking annoying. And it could all click. Your defensive end, Bain, is really, really good. Your running back, Fletcher, is pretty good. But you run well out of packages that actually spread teams out. So when you face a front seven like you're facing right now, that actually helps us. Because we know you can't throw the ball. And as I suggested, I have never seen somebody throw interceptions in a clean pocket in the manner in which Tyler Van Dyke does. And what I mean by that is, why is it not Tyler Van Dyke's fault then, James? It's Mario Cristobal's fault. To quote my guy, Denny Thompson, if a quarterback throws more than 2 interceptions, it's no longer the quarterback's fault. It's the coach's fault for continuing to throw the ball or keep that quarterback in. Now, I don't think he's had an over 2 interception game, but if I've seen this happen more than once and I consistently see this shit happen on film, that motherfucker's no longer the quarterback. And I actually got the Miami fans to admit that it is Mario. Oh, it was therapeutic, guys. If 2 jobs that I've really wanted to do in life, I wanted to be an attorney, but I don't like school. And I think I could be a therapist, because once we start, we got to just peel back these layers. Once we peel back the layers, you start to look internally. And then what happens is, when you see it, you have to deal with it. And I'm not, and a good therapist isn't going to let you run away from it. They're going to make you deal with this. And that's the problem, is they don't want to deal with the facts and the reality. And what happens is you start seeing projections and people acting out. So, like, I can't win on the field with my favorite team, so I'm going to try to win off the field. So you're talking about scheduling ass whoopings, which is not smart. Who fucking drives 8 hours to go fucking fight? Like, that's taking 2 L's. And like I told one dude, I'm like, hey, man, we know all the people off of Appleyard Drive, baby. Because you can fuck, if you don't get fucked up enough to go to TMH, you're going to go to county jail. And then you're going to probably get fucked up in county jail. And if you go to TMH, we know the guys who run TMH. Probably going to get fucked. You're going to get a visit. Somebody's going to talk to you about some shit. You're going to look just like my man from The Wire. Look at him. He ain't talking shit now. My point is that then you start saying we're good in everything else but the football game. Wait until 2025. Wait until this. Wait until that. Oh, we were going to get this guy. And then you tell them, like, y'all say y'all getting fucking everybody every year. They made a list, right? Miami made a list of the guys that they think will be in this class. And I looked at it, I'm like, yo, if they get these motherfuckers, they are more than back. That would be one of the greatest recruiting classes in the history of football. If anybody has that list, by the way, please DM me or tag me on Twitter. I would love to revisit this. They didn't get any of it. I think they got like one of them motherfuckers. So this is going into the season. Somebody was like, it was like Caneville or Allville or whatever. It's like, we're going to get Aaron Nolan, Jeremiah Smith, JoJo Trader, this 5-star tight end. I mean, it was like 5 and 4 stars. We getting everybody. Who doesn't want to come to Miami? Come to Miami. Come to this. Come to that. Come to this. I'm reading this. So they believe that they're going to bracket. They're going to do what they've never shown the propensity to do, which is fine. Bracket Keon. 22 needs help. For people who don't know, number 22 for the University of Miami was the starting DB at the University of Oklahoma. Johnny Wilson put up 200 yards in a bowl game on that motherfucker. If you bracket Keon, then that means you have to leave Johnny wide open. That means somebody's going to be in hell. And who are you going to bracket him with? I pray to God it's not James Williams who has got his hips are stiffer than a wedding dick. It's a disease. It's almost like, it's like bitch dependency is no laughing matter, Tom. It's a disease. Dependency on a bitch can make you lose your job, your friends are scary enough, even your money. And what Miami fans are going through is bitch dependency. And I feel bad because you guys have kids. Some of y'all feel like some of y'all are good people. It's just play the game how it go. That's all you got to do. And when it really all comes down to it, Sheldon, if you go to @BigGameJames_36 on Twitter, the link is like right there. It's my pinned tweet. It's the link to buy the tickets. They're gonna double Keon and Johnny Wilson. So okay, no problem. It's 4 DBs. We run a 3 wide receiver set. We run 11 personnel. So that means you're gonna guard Destin or Megamind or somebody else with a fucking linebacker. This again, it's the delusion. It's the I win. It's like arguing with a 5-year-old. And again, if they do it, man, God bless. They have figured out a situation or a scenario that nobody else has figured out. God bless them. I hope it works out for you. They have all the answers, but one thing I'll say is this. Oh, I forgot. We're giving away. Somebody gave away. I think it was Drew. Gave $100. We're giving away 2 tailgate tickets. So if you want a tailgate ticket, a pair of tailgate tickets, you're interested in a pair of tailgate tickets, just raise your hand right now in the comments. We'll do the special wheel. We all know who's going to win more than likely, but we'll make sure you guys get that. But I just hope they come up to have a good time. And I don't know if it's going to be a blowout. I put 38-20, but I just don't see any situation or scenario in which Miami wins this game. They're putting up their stuff there, but it's sad. But anyways, I'm gonna tell you this though. You guys right here have helped. We got a Lou Groza Award candidate right now. He's a semifinalist. And Lou Groza Award goes to the best kicker in the nation. And you guys know who one of the best kickers in the nation is? Ryan Fitzgerald. Ryan Fitzgerald went from much aligned. Everybody was ready to get rid of him. Who are we recruiting to get replaced? And I just said, you know what? Sometimes now Miami fans, I can tell y'all how to fix take the similar strategy to what we did with Fitz. If you guys remember, the minute we launched the Tits for Fitz campaign, that's when he started getting good. You can literally bring it right back down to that one moment. He wasn't good when we wasn't giving tits for Fitz. So I don't know who that chick is, but on this Veterans Day, I think on this Veterans Day, you deserve all the same discounts that our armed service members get. I want to thank you for your service, whoever that young lady is. I personally think it's a thick black college chick. Because look at him. Look at his hips are looser. He's more flexible, more fluid, and like he was stiff-hipped. Now she got all that stuff up out of him. He's doing a great job. Shout out to Tits for Fits. Let me see if I can find a bunch of people tagged me. I always can't find it. What was it? The College Trip or something like that? The movie with the little skinny white boy was with the big black chick with the leopard print thong. But that's basically what I believe has been going on. And I'm happy for you, Ryan. I believed in you. Remember, a lot of people didn't, but we over here at Den Media Group did always believe in you, though. So yeah, so Tits for Fits, shout out to that. Also, for those who are mad, Board of Governors just road trip. That's it. Board of Governors released $280-something million, $265 million in bonds. So all of our ticket prices are going up. For those who don't know who that is or why they're calling me. Going back, Lane Kiffin is in an interesting conundrum. I like Lane Kiffin, but apparently mental health is a real thing. And all jokes aside, I think some of us use sports as our way to get out of our bad situations and to think about stuff. We use it as mental health therapy. Probably the worst type of mental health therapy that you can get, but some of us use that. Apparently, Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss are in a $40 million lawsuit from former defensive tackle DeSanto Rollins over his mental health. I wonder what DeSanto Rollins was. What kind of player was he? DeSanto, 6'4", 290 pounds from Baton Rouge. He was a 3-star prospect, class of 2020. Probably about to enter the workforce. But apparently DeSanto kind of went ghost and went missing for a while. And I guess he came back, and the conversation was very interesting with them. And you can go scroll down, Miles. That's the audio. The audio should be in the quote tweet. So, and this is where and there's been a lot of like back and forth about this and what's right and what's wrong. I have kind of opinions across the board on both of those things. But my opinions are also off of the fact of other people's opinions. And I think some of our opinions aren't rooted in logic. But go ahead and push play on it.
If you would have come here when you kept getting messages, the head coach wants to talk to you, and you saying, I'm not ready to talk to him.
What was it?
Well, what world do you live in?
I don't see why you gotta be disrespectful, honestly.
Get out of here. Go. You're off the team. You're done. See ya.
Because
See ya. Go. And guess what? We can kick you off the team. So go read your rights about mental health. We can kick you off the team for not showing up. When the head coach has to meet with you and you don't show up for weeks, okay, we can remove you from the team. It's called being it's called hiding behind and not showing up to work. If you would have come here when you kept getting messages, the head coach wants to talk to you, and you saying, I'm not ready to talk to you.
So, for those
what
who didn't catch,
world do you live in?
Lane Kiffin, I guess the kid kind of just went absent. And those who deal with depression, sometimes that's your way of doing stuff. You got to get away, you got to regroup, and you do these different things. It's extremely frustrating to those who are around you. 100% get it. But I don't know where this kid was at, but apparently they knew they know he's dealing with something. Lane is upset. And I think the way he handled it was absolutely piss fucking poor. And you have to know that everything is recorded or recordable. So and you're going to be hit with a sound bite. And there's probably more to it. It's more nuance. But this shows a clear cut. I don't give a fuck about your mental health. Yeah. And you told him something that's not true at all. And people show that they have the problem with opinions is everybody has them. They're like assholes. Everybody has them, and they all stink. And what I mean by that is, people are having opinions on this, and they're comparing apples to oranges. And if you think it's apples to apples, it's literally the reason why the NCAA doesn't have to pay student athletes right now. And what I mean by that is, even in Lane Kiffin's statement, if you don't show up to work, what do you think is going to happen? Well, my friend, it's called student athletes. Student athletes are students. They're not showing up to work, regardless of what we believe it is or what we feel it is. It's not work. And if you go look at the extensive student handbooks and laws that they have, especially defending mental health and the things like that, because you've got a bunch of people who are away from their parents for the first time. They're encountering extremely stressful situations between school and all these other different things and expectations. Sports adds something else to it. They even have grief counselors and stuff like that. You can say we live in a world where, these are snowflakes. These are kids who do all of these other different things. And I actually would have a propensity to kind of agree with you. But none of that changes the fact that you can't even do this to your employees. Once they scream mental health. You can't call them pussies. You can't do all of this other shit. It's a situation where any good attorney is going to fucking grill them on the work part. A student athlete is literally at school. And let me tell you what a scholarship is. A scholarship is nothing more than the maximum amount of student aid that one could get at that university. Not to be confused with NIL. I don't even know if the kid's getting NIL money. But I do know this. Your scholarship is the maximum amount of financial aid that university can give to you. Period. So what that means is you can be extremely smart and figure it out. What up, brother? Not much, just chilling. Yep, Georgia beating Ole Miss. All right.
I was worried about every other team, even Florida. Lane Kiffin ain't got no chance in Athens.
Is in Athens?
Oh, yeah. Game 9. We got Sports Center game day is going to be there. We're 5-0. Game days in Athens.
We're going to send Carson some strippers if they win.
It's a night game. Kirby's undefeated night games in Athens.
Kirby seems stressed out. He might need that little the short midget one.
I got that. We call her 3 foot tall, 3 foot wide, baby. Like a cinder block.
All right, man. Oh man. That's it, man. That's my guy Scott. We had I wish I could tell people the conversation that we had yesterday about. Obviously, his Florence trip went really good. He got back. He's in a good mood. So, yeah. So, anyways, long story short, there's nuance in college athletics. I personally would have just taken the L on the scholarship this year and just not renewed it for whatever reason. But like when you go through this and you do all of this, man, this is manipulation and this is like not a good look. And this is why I always tell people I don't fucking feel sorry for college coaches.
Oh, never. Could you kick him off the team and feel okay about it? Did you have to, or is it the way he went about kicking him off?
I think it's the way he went about it. I mean, listen, you don't show up. You don't show up. Man. I get it. It's like what up, but again, so it's like this. I use it again. More apples to apples, but still a variation of it. I always tell professional women that you guys they're in a really bad spot, right? Because women are the only ones who can have kids. Now listen, don't get me with that identity shit. Motherfucker with 2 X chromosomes are the only ones who can have kids, right? Now, if you feel like you're a man and that's on you, bitch. When we break you down, you have 2 X. There's 2 X's and 2 Y and an X and Y. And if you got an extra one, that ain't good. But women, like, so if you're an attorney or if you're this, you get pregnant, or if let's say you work in a warehouse, like whatever. At a certain point, we can't use you. You are off the fucking market. Female student athletes, it stinks. I've had a couple of them get pregnant. You literally lost a whole year once you're pregnant. 9 months. And then it ain't just like when you pop that baby out, you just automatically ready. It stinks. But if I own a small business and you were an integral part of my business, I don't have the funds to just pay you for 9 months, to be gone for 9 months. I'll go broke. It's similar, but it's better ways to handle it though. Like you don't just say, "Oh, well, hey, I'm pregnant and fired." Now you let them work as much as they can, and then you maybe try to find a solution. A good coach would try to say, "You know what? All right, man, we're gonna keep reaching out to you. I'm mad. I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm gonna let my other people talk to you."
Right. Especially when he comes out and says,
Right.
You don't have to be so disrespectful.
Right. I mean, like, you go have some other people talk to him, and then you kind of come up with a plan of action, and maybe somebody can come and be the intermediary and say, you know what, man, Jip been dealing with a lot.
And this is I don't understand, what is the power like where you have an unstable male athlete and you talking crazy in his face? Like,
Not just unstable male athlete, 6'4", 290 pound unstable athlete. That's a defensive player.
You want to get beat up by somebody crying on you?
Listen, dog, I have seen crazier things happen. I have seen coaches get their ass whooped every day, B. And yeah, Mike Williams, we got that. He's coming to Florida State. Florida State's going to get another commit. It's going to be a crazy weekend this weekend for Florida State, especially if we go out there and whip ass and take names. But like, you just got to be careful. Football, to play football at a high level, you have to be disturbed.
Right.
And to make individuals who are disturbed more disturbed is, I tell you, I got some teammates that I am so grateful to God that they found that they were able to not fuck college, because they ain't doing shit with their degree. But they're able to go to the NFL. They got some good money, thank God. Because I'll tell you straight up, one of my teammates, Broderick Bunkley, freshman 2 of this, true story. Everybody didn't even have a cell phone back in 2002. Still pretty new. I remember when Bluetooth first came on the market. My daughter's mother had to work for Nextel, and I remember her using a Bluetooth to talk through her phone. This was like 03, 04 maybe when that happened. Freshman 2 days, early August 2002. We have a rough practice. Freshman 2 days is a time when basically all the freshmen came in and you were coached by your position coach so that you can learn with the pace of college football. Bunk was the only D tackle that year. He got coached by Odell. All Odell did was yell, cuss about, do everything. And I'm talking about back then, coaches said some shit. I remember vividly Billy Sexton telling me one day I fucked up in practice. I'm gonna send your ass back to Rockbrook. Basically, that man said, I'm gonna send you back to the projects. Like, I didn't even live in the project. My mom moved us out at that point. But the fucking funny part was that he was just like, you suck. I'm sending your ass back to the worst possible place. Trust me, they use that shit. That was the motive. Fear is a motivator. Bunk, I guess, had a really bad encounter. I'm going over to my locker. They still have these same things. You go to there's a locker where your clothes are at, and then you have your actual sit-down locker. So offense was on one side with Bobby, defense was on the other side. But the lockers where your clothes and shit was at was right by the defensive shit. And Bunk is literally in his locker Saying, man, dog, man, cuz, can't believe that nigga talks to you like that, cuz. Yeah, man, I know. Who he think he talking to? Man, you know, dog, he trying me like I'm some size. Man, he don't know who he is. He don't know this. And I'm thinking like, there's no Bluetooth. They don't even have the wireless. And Bunk don't have a phone. And he don't have the wireless. He don't have a wireless earbud. So I'm over here doing my combination. I am looking at my eye. Who the fuck is he talking to? And who is we? There is nobody else in here but us. I hope this motherfucker don't see me. I'm sitting here like this. I mean, because you got to think Bunk 6'4", 315, solid diesel. Like I'm talking about when they put the black dude in the movies that's going to like either rape somebody or like beat somebody up, he's the motherfucker that they put in the movie. And I'm just like, so I'm literally here. I don't make any quick movements. I literally back up slowly, trying to get the fuck out of there. I hope he don't see me. I hope he don't see me because he is fucking livid. If Bump wasn't on the football team, somebody in Tampa would have got killed by Broderick Buckley. That's what made him a good D tackle. That's why he was the first round pick. Motherfucker was violent. Love it. Think he's a dope dude. And it's just, again, everybody has a villain origin story. Right. Apparently, this guy right here is just, and he won't get $40 million, but this video alone, Ole Miss is probably like, yo, Lane, the fuck, bro? The fuck was you thinking, man? All these kids got cell phones and camera phones and little invisible pins, which you just click, you click the pin and then record shit. Like, you just gotta be smooth with it. Just be like, hey, man, you know, sorry you're going through some shit. We all got shit we're going through. Right. But like, he could have come up with a plan. Again, cost you nothing to be kind. But that was something that, you know, in today's society, everything is about winning the argument. I'm petty. I'm this. I'm that. And it doesn't work. But that, like, it was crazy is we put more. But this lady Casey Smith. And again, it goes back to it's not the same as work. And I don't think people really understand that it's not the same as work. She put two things here are true. Mental health is very important and should never be ignored. If your boss is asking for you and you ghost him for weeks, there will be ramifications. That's real life. It's okay to not be okay. Communicate. The people who truly care will help. It's not a fucking job. And if it is a job, then they will be getting paid, which means they will be getting disability type things, which means that they're the reason why. And people always say student athletes don't really want that. No, your job sucks. I need you adults to stop trying to put your circumstances onto these student athletes. Because here's what it is. Here's what a student athlete is outside of being a student. So if they became just an athlete, right? And this is what we called it what it was. There are, it was 170 programs in the Division I. Go do some calculations here. 170, I believe, times 85 scholarships. So we'll just round it up. That's 15,000 young men on football alone in America that have the distinct honor at any given time of saying they are Division I athletes. Now, mind you, so that you can understand why NFL players get paid the way they get paid, and it's even scarcer with NBA, there's only been 15,000 NFL players in general over the history of the NFL. But whatever, that's semantics. Don't even worry about that. There's 15,000 student athletes. I believe there were 1 million football players active in high school. One of the studies. That means they are 0.1, let's say a percentage and a half of those who play football. Yeah, those who play football, 1.4% of those who play football get an opportunity to go play on the FBS level. Not even the good ones, just on the FBS level. Now, I want you to think about this. If you are in the top 1.5% of your job, do you think there wouldn't be fucking concessions made for you? Doesn't matter what you do. If you were literally one of the best people to do what you do, you would get a bunch of other things. Just saying. So when you say, "Oh, they don't want jobs," bitch, no, you're not any good at your job, and you're unhappy. And what you're doing is you're doing what Miami fans are doing. You're projecting. I can promise you the if you're 1.5% in your field, top 1.5% in your field, you'll get away with a lot of shit. Your mental health would be way more important than anybody. Your boss would not talk. That means you are probably one of the few people who know how to effectively do your job very good. That's why I always say I don't think people realize how good you have to be. It's why I don't put the pressure on my son to do what I did, because it's fucking I shouldn't have been able to do what I did. Now imagine now 1.5%, the 2% of that 1.5% is what goes to the NFL. My mom had a better chance of winning the Mega Millions. Federal J. put this right. It's deeper. America treat those scholarships like it's welfare. And this is coming from a guy who actually likes Lane Kiffin. I'm a Lane Kiffin fan. I'm grateful that Lane Kiffin is not at Florida or Miami. I do, however, believe this situation right here kind of might fuck him up. So, yeah. On that note, I'll end it with this. And if you go to the last thing, Miles, this thing is so dope that Emmanuel Chu said something, and I hate that motherfucker.
Oh my goodness. I didn't even know who you were talking about for a second.
His last name is Acho. My bad. A sneeze. ACHO. What's the last thing? But it's kind of, this is why I always joke with people. Oh no, damn. I want to talk about the Jags, but fuck them. We won't talk about them. We'll have it when college football is almost over. We're gonna have a whole month to just talk straight NFL shit. So it's gonna be dope. It should be the last thing on the notes that I sent you. Yeah. So because every college coach is going to use this to him against Lane Kiffin. These coaches go into your living room, say, "I'm going to be like your son's father. He's going to be away from his family. I'm going to be his family." But then you see him do shit like this, and like I've told y'all, it's full of shit. They're all full of it. It literally is game. Again, they always recruit the mamas, and we just talked about it. You just got to tell them what they want to hear. It's sad, but that's the American way. Like you can either, one of the things that I want all my people on this to listen to, and especially my black people, you can move, which might not be a bad plan. The Caribbean, you will be literally with your money that you're making, especially if you learn how to do things remotely, you will be in the top. You will learn how it feels to be in the top 5% if you move to the Caribbean in most places. Now, if you're here, you need to understand what the rules are, and you need to be able to play within the rules so that you can have success, or the rules will play you. Whether you want to participate in the game or not, the game is the game. I tell student athletes that all the time. Like, it sucks. They're going to use you. You better use them back. But Emmanuel, whatever. He's one of those guys that I always joke when I know it's all going downhill. As a guy who is a black Republican, I already know exactly how I can go make some money. I could just start saying a bunch of random shit, and then everybody's going to eat it up. And then I'll make other people, I already know how the black people are going to respond. They're going to get mad. And then every now and then I'll say something that bring them right back. Candace Owens has perfected it. Jason Whitlock is still working on it. Emmanuel does it naturally because he's African. A lot of Africans don't think they're African Americans. They're Africans living in America. And I'm going to be honest with you, they do kind of get treated a little bit different because they haven't been up under all of this before. But what he said, though, was a full bar. So we can play that. And this is how it correlates to not just this situation with Lane Kiffin, any of your situations in life. Don't try to lose. Don't lose the war for trying to win the battle. And because sometimes you're gonna say some shit that you can't unexplain, and you're not gonna be able to get rid of.
Heard this. Don't win an argument, but lose a person. Think about it like this. If I fight you and I win, what do I win? Oftentimes we get into conversations or debates with our coworkers, with our spouses, our significant others, maybe even our friends, and we get so focused on winning the argument that we lose the person. We're fixated on stroking our ego as opposed to nurturing a relationship. Don't be so right that you're wrong. Don't be so right in this conversation that you end up wrong with the other individual. And when I finally understood that concept, it really changed the entire way I approach conversations within relationships. Heard this. Don't win an argument, but lose a person.
With the argument.
Think about it like this. If I fight you and I win,
Either that or
what do I win?
The NBC film.
Oftentimes we get into conversations or debates.
I need to know. I'm going to do this research. Neil deGrasse Tyson probably know. Who did the research that certain music makes us start to feel like, it softens our hearts. Something important is about it. Like, I want to be able to say something so non-important with that music in the background so that everybody's kind of confused at the end. Like, I confused everybody on Twitter the other day, but I know a lot of people don't get it. I say it a lot on this show, but the way I did tweet it definitely messed it up. My friends are terrible people. I love them, though. That's why they're my friends. It says a lot about me. And I say they're terrible people because the stuff that we share in our group chat cannot make the light of day. Matter of fact, I think we all have a pact. If one of us dies, we have to find the phone. And we have to delete it, reset it to fact, especially my boy Grimes. I swear to God, if his phone gets found, they're going to dig his ass up and retry him for crimes against humanity. But I said, I never claimed to be a good man. I'm a great man. Good men ain't great, and a great man damn sure ain't good. And I wish I could just say that with the with the music behind. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and push this button. Hopefully everybody put their stuff in there. Let's get some people winning. And Tanisha, stop using your zodiac signs to excuse shitty behavior. Being a Scorpio didn't cause you to lose. No, you just want to win a fucking argument. That's what happens. Like, people be like, "Oh man, somebody said I was going through my cycle. That's why I was so yelling at you." Try using that shit in court. How about that? Try using, Your Honor, I'm a Leo. I'm a Leo with an Aquarius moon. That's why I slapped the shit out of the person. All right, cool. You're going to jail. None of that shit works in real life, man. We gotta be at a certain point. Lewis says he wants that. Luke, we're entering for tailgate tickets, which you've already paid for. So, Luke, you need to get the dude that dresses, and I want him in his full uniform. I want him dressed just like a Pop Warner jet. Till Dog, you want him? Man, Grill Master put swinging singing. Like, I had my mom's was doing this. I do the Gator Bowl thing, and one of my old bosses was talking, and I swear, man, I think the only people who are mad, and this again, if this isn't true, it's not true. Only people who really think America is really, really going downhill are old white men. Everybody, because equality feels like persecution when the world was designed for you. And I get it. But like my man said, he's not afraid of NIL. He doesn't think NIL will ruin college football. He says he believes the transfer portal will ruin college football. He wants to get rid of the transfer portal because kids can just leave whenever they want to. That's the biggest crock of shit about the transfer portal ever. You know how I first learned about the transfer portal? And I talked to, I actually don't just talk to, I know a lot of, matter of fact, I got 2 college coaches texting me as we speak right now because they want MFTK hats. And we just heard Lane Kiffin. And we just heard Lane Kiffin talk about that. Coaches literally told me we're going to put kids in the portal. And I want people to, I just ask a question. What do you do when a coach tells you that there is no room for you here? You have to go. That's the conversations that a lot of these kids, that some of these kids are being had with these coaches. Even my guys, even good Florida State ones. I ordered the hats earlier this week, so it takes about 6 weeks. So probably they won't be here until around the holidays, around Christmas time. So they got to come from China. I do owe Tanisha MFTK FAMU hat. But like there are some kids who leave for stupid reasons, but a lot of kids, like I can promise you, there ain't 3,000 kids in that portal because they just decided that they were angry. Yes, Damien, I owe you your hat too. I have your hat. You actually have the last FSU hat going to you, Damien.
Anyone not see their name up there that wants it up there?
I didn't think prime time. I didn't see prime time. All right. Adrian said take her name out. I didn't see Angelo. Oh yeah, Angelo got a I don't think Angelo's coming. I didn't see D Shaw. Disappointed. I'm gonna start keeping roll. Sheldon. Angelo, my bad. You said Angelo Smith did raise his hand. I'm looking at it right now. Damian Adams.
Luke, Sheldon, Damian Adams.
You put Louis?
Yeah. Oh, it's Louis. I put Luke.
I don't know. Is this? It's Luis. It's Spanish. I know that. I remember that shit. Luis. You gotta say it like that, right? Oh, not Demetrius. Just put. But I hate my job. Damn, how the hell you put your name in? He's in Oklahoma. Luis is not coming. Angelo's coming. Oh no, I don't have any hats. When I get the hats, actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, all in members will be the first one. All in members get a hat. I definitely hooking them up with that. Some Christmas gear, Christmas swag. All right.
This is your best chance ever.
It's very few people. Y'all just make sure y'all thank Andrew, who gifted. What is this? Was this the second Friday in the month? This must have been payday because yep, Drew done dropped bread on Wednesday and then dropped the memberships today. I appreciate that. I think that might have got us back to over 100 members. All right, let's get it. Oh, Luke got it. Luke gets 2 more tickets added. I mean, a pair of extra tickets that he can give to any hurricane. Yep. So, all right. Well, cool. On that note, man, I appreciate everybody for chopping it up with me. Have a great weekend. Be kind to others. Have a great time. Enjoy it. I hope everybody I hope everybody has a great weekend. Jamari committed. Jamari Howard just committed. I don't really know what else to say. See, we'll have a Sunday wrap-up show for the Miami game, more than likely, probably after the Jags play. This weekend's gonna be crazy. I'm probably driving. I'm turning and burning because that Jags game at 1 is like fucking like you can't just show up to you gotta like, especially when you're doing media, you have to show up damn near 2 hours before kickoff because you want to get some field time, you want to do all this other stuff. If you want to eat, like you got to get there early. And NFL teams, well, Jags gives wings. We give chicken wings at halftime. Pittsburgh gives hot dogs, but like I forgot, like the good food is before the game. Like they invest all the money in the food before the game. So, but I do have a pass that can get me to wherever I want to get to in the stadium. So I can go to like the club and get some good food there as well. But and liquor. You can't drink in the press box. But on that note, tailgate. Adrian, you gonna be up there at 11? I think I should be in town by 11:30. So I'm driving straight up there to drop the food off. Yeah, I'm driving straight to the stadium, drop the food off, and then keep it pushing and keep it going. So on that note, man, appreciate everybody for chopping it up with me. We will see you guys on Monday.